What's going on, guys? My name is Nick Friel, founder of Media Simplified, and this is going to be the first video in the Lead Lifecycle Business Flywheel video series built for mortgage brokers looking to scale. We're going to talk about how to go from lead to appointment to application to close, how to get more referrals, more reviews, testimonials, and ultimately how to make that business flywheel, which once again, if we look at the exact definition of business flywheel, because I really like this definition and it's something we should all strive to have in our business. A business flywheel is a self-reinforcing cycle of interconnected activities that build momentum, turning small wins into significant, sustained growth. That's what we should all strive to have in our business. That's what I want to help you get in your business and go over in this video today. We had the overview video already. If you haven't watched that, it's a great intro to what we're going to be talking about. But we're going to be talking about in this video, step one, which is probably the one you're most intrigued on, which is how do we get leads, right? So this is the lifeblood of the flywheel of the life cycle, is going to be making sure we have leads, and ideally we have good leads coming in. If you're not familiar with the channel, my name is Nick Friel, founder of Media Simplified. We are the longest standing mortgage partner in the game for mortgage brokers looking to scale their business using digital marketing, online advertising, and we are very good at helping professionals, and hopefully this channel and this video specifically helps you a little bit. So we went over what the business flywheel should actually look like for a mortgage professional. We talked about how we go from lead, making sure no matter what lead source or where it's coming from, how long ago we got it, whether it's referrals, social media, paid ads, lead lists, it's all going into one place. Your CRM, from your CRM, you're initiating the conversations, you're qualifying them on the call, you are having that application call where you're getting them to start the app. From there, you're following up to make sure they complete it, you're closing it, turning it into reviews, repeat business, and business reporting. But the very top of this flywheel here, or this life cycle, is obviously going to be the leads, okay? So how does this work? So when you're looking at leads as a mortgage professional, to make this really simple for you, there's really two different lanes or two different highways you can take to get leads. You have your interruption-based marketing. This is going to be your YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the social media advertising. And then you have your intention-based marketing. This is your SEO, Google, where people are actually out there searching for it. Now, for the interruption-based marketing, you have social campaigns, cold email. People were not actually interested at that moment in getting a mortgage professional or getting a pre-approval or getting in touch with someone, but you hit them with an ad and they engage, and you interrupt them with that ad and they decide, hey, yeah, I'm going to check this out. They submit their information. Now, the upsides, you can get a high volume of lead, a great cost per lead. And you can catch people early on in the buying life cycle. Now, some of the downsides, you can get some tire kickers and some low-end leads. You do need a lot of filtering, and these leads, you need to have a system where you're continuing to follow up as time goes on. Now, on the flip side, you have your intention-based marketing leads. This is your, like, once again, your Google search, your SEO, the keyword searches. This is people that are actually out there looking for mortgage broker near me or pre-approval application near me. These search terms are what they're looking for online. They've decided that they're going to go out and find somebody to help them with this. And these people are obviously, these are some of the leads that you hear great things about, because they are definitely going to be a higher quality lead, a higher intent lead is a better way to say it. The downsides, you're going to get a lower volume and a higher cost per lead. And a downside would be that you need really fast and efficient follow-up with these. So what I mean by that is the lead interest over time is going to be pretty much flipped for these two different versions. So your interruption-based marketing, your social media, Instagram, Facebook, often you're catching them very early in the life cycle where they're not overly interested. They weren't necessarily looking at that moment. But you capture them and they start warming up to the idea that, hey, I'm actually going to buy a home, or I'm actually going to refinance my house. And over time, they're getting closer and closer to the idea of actually doing this. And eventually, they decide, hey, you know what, I am going to start considering this. We call it, maturing or baking. They're kind of getting warmer and warmer to the idea that they're going to do this. Now, they eventually come to the point where they're at their hottest point. They're really seriously considering. And with the interruption based, you need to have a system that's constantly following up and keeping keeping you at the top of mind for these people, right? And then at this point, this is where they become an intention based marketing. So if you don't capture them here, over time, they're going to eventually go out and start searching for someone to help them. They're going to look for a mortgage professional near them or a bank near them to start helping them with these things. This is where you need to have a system that when they go and start searching and start looking on Google or for people in their area, you need to have a system that captures them and gets a hold of them very quickly. Because if they become a lead here, they opt in on your website here, and you don't get a hold of them for a week, 2 weeks, the likelihood that you're going to get in touch with that person and move forward with them is very low because they are very hot. They're looking for someone to move forward with. And the longer time goes on, the more likely they are to eventually, go cold, move on to somebody else, and you've kind of lost that lead. So for this interruption-based system, you need to have something that's constantly following up and keeping you top of mind. For the intention-based marketing system, you need to have a system that gets a hold of them immediately, gets a hold of them quickly, and doesn't let anything slip through the cracks. And ideally, when you work with a company like us, you get a system that gives you all of the above. These are some of the partnerships that we work with, some of the most popular lead generation companies, as well as a lot of our in-house marketing. And we believe to have a good mix, you should have a little bit of both, some interruption-based marketing, some intention-based marketing. And that's what we do with our clientele. We find them the best recipe for them. And hopefully this video helps you find the best ad recipe for you. So this is step one in the business flywheel is, figuring out how to get the best leads. And those are your two highways. You can go with intention-based marketing or interruption-based marketing, depending on which sort of follow-up you feel like you can do. If you're someone who can be consistent, go with the interruption-based. If you're someone who you'd rather be on the spot and call them and get a hold of them immediately, and if you don't, you lose that person, you go with the intention-based marketing. But hopefully this insight gives you some ideas on how you can approach it. And yeah, comment below if you have any questions. And in the next video, we're going to go over how to get these leads from lead to actually getting them to raise their hand and turn into a conversation for you. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share, let us know your thoughts below. My name is Nick Friel, founder of Media Simplified. We'll see you on the next one.